everybody, welcome back to Handmade by Shirley. Thank you to all my new subscribers, my returning subscribers, and any passers-by. Please do think about subscribing, sharing and liking. So I thought I'd come on. I recently did a swap with Kim from @CherryKim172 on Instagram, and these were the papers that were in the bundle. So I thought maybe it's time I used them. So there were 6x6, 20 sheets and 2 of each design. So really lovely. So on one side of it, it's foiled, but the same design on the back is just matte. So that's what it is. So there's some lovely pieces, stars, there's trees, that one's foiled, you can kind of see that there's foiling on the pots. That one's not foiled, but it's embossed, you can feel the embossing. This one's the foiled, and then that's the embossed one. Then you get stripy one, obviously 2 stripes, there's 2 of each. You get that one as well, which is gold foil, then it's just matte. You get this one. A couple of these have been taken out because I'm going to be using it today on this video. And yeah, there's just lots of lovely ones. So that one's foiled, that one's not, that one's foiled. So you get the gist, and that's what you get on the front. So thanks Kim for that. Feeling festive. It's called Festive Feeling, actually, not Feeling Festive. And it's 150 GSM. So I have cut all my pieces out. I hope to make 3 cards on this. I've got some sentiments which are from Spellbinders. Don't ask me what one, because I've got rid of the packaging, and I've had these for a couple of years. I want to use one of these wobblers because I've got a polar bear here that I want to make wobble. So these were from Amazon. I've got those. I can pop the links in if you're interested. I'm not getting any commission or anything from any of these places. These are all things that I've got with my own money. Yeah, so there's a wobbler. So I want to use that. I haven't used them before. So I've used these dies, square dies, for one of the cards. These were just at Amazon as well. They're stitched. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I'm also using this Stamp Kitchen die, which I was gifted this last year from Misa Print from Matthew. So I'm hoping to use that. Then I've got my Craft Addiction stars. So you get all these on this side and these 2 ones on the other side. I've popped my, and this is the bear that I'm using, and this was just from, I think, Temu. So that bear. And I guess you're wondering why I've got these out, but I just wanted to show you, which I'll leave a link in for these as well, where this is how I'm storing my dies at the moment, and I find them really helpful. That one's not in, that was an old one, that comes out of a binder, but these ones are from Amazon. You can get 24 magnetic sheets, okay, albeit they're small, probably I think they're A5, and then you get 24 envelopes, plastic envelopes to go with them. And that's how I'm storing my dies, because as I say, you can look at it and go, that's in there, and turn it over. So obviously there's 2 magnetic sheets in there, because on the back of these it's not black magnetic, it's just white. So I popped 2 into that, but because it's one die set, I wanted to do that. So just in case you're interested. So let's get started. So I said I've cut all my pieces out, which I have, and I've got, so I'm using Kim's papers. So I've got, this is one card, this is another card, and that's another. So hopefully I'll manage to make the 3 on screen. I might speed some bits up as well, just so that you're not kind of watching me do things, and it sometimes can be a bit boring, but sometimes it's nice to watch the process. So I think I'm going to start with this one. So as I say, I've cut the bears out twice. He's got little skates and a scarf, and I'm going to double them up like that and pop them in the wobbler. And I've cut out these, as I say, squares. I've used Kim's paper. So I've got, now let me check the size of this one. 5 by 5. Then this one, I think it's 4.5 by 4.5. So I'm not using the foiled side there. I'm just using the matte side. Then I've got this matte white silk and weave, which is measuring roughly 4 by 4, which is going to go on top. Then I've got these two, so I'm going to put that on top just because it's thinner. I wanted to build it up. So that's the other die, which measures 3 by 3, and then this top piece, which is the smallest of the dies, which is 2.25 squared. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue all this together, and then we can start with the bear. So thanks so much, Kim, for this lovely paper. It's really nice. It's got some lovely designs, and it's good that it's got the choice of to have it foiled or not foiled, I think, on in the pad. So as I get swaps from people, I'm going to obviously be bringing things on that they swapped with me. I'm not going to do one great big show you what happened, what swapped what. So, and then this one, and I'm going to probably put a few of them up on to foam tape as well, like that, and that over there, hoping that's straight. Yep, I think it is. Then I want to glue this piece, and I am going to use the foiled side this time. I'm just going to pop that straight on top of this, just to give it a bit more strength, like that. And then that's going to go on there. So let me think. I think I'll pop that up onto foam tape, which I've got here. So just onto here, in the middle. Oh, I don't know what's happened here. It's a bit of a, must have come off the kind of roll. It's just mangled slightly. Don't know if I can save that piece. Yeah, maybe. Don't know. It's a bit twisted. I'll maybe not bother. There we go, and then another bit on each side just to lift that up. Like that. Oh. So it's an absolutely glorious day here today. When I got up this morning, the sun was split in the sky. It was beautiful. And yeah, really nice. Now, I wondered if I would actually change it and just put it like that instead of having it straight. I might just do that just for a wee change. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pop that on top, which I'm going to pop on with foam tape as well. Come up to camera view. It's just sometimes hard to gauge. I don't tend to keep my camera at the same the same area. Sometimes it seems to just move around. I think that's okay. I'm in shot, so that's okay. I think once I did do a video and it was you couldn't see anything. So that's that done. Let's get rid of this, and then we're just going to do the bear. So what I thought I'd do, I would go off screen, colour this really quickly, and then come back to you and pop it onto the front of the card with the wobbler. Okay? I've done that and I'm back. Well, I didn't colour any skates, did I? Let's colour any skates just on camera. So we've got, I think we'll just have a nice, this nice kind of, this sort of brown colour, walnut's called. We'll just quickly, because I never went over them. How could I forget that? That's fine. There we go. So what I want to do is just double him up and then add these pieces. So we're just going to double that up, and I'm going to give him a red nose as well. But so let's just double him up, or her up, whatever it may be. That, because that's going to go in there. And then I'm going to pop the scarf on as well. Just trying to see what bits are going to be going where. So very roughly drawn, sort of coloured in scarf. I think I can pull that down slightly, make it fit. Probably just slightly pop that round there. That's it. And then we're going to pop his skates on. So let's just get a bit of glue for that as well. Don't think it matters which one it goes on. Oh. And then the same here. So he looks quite cool, doesn't he? I think. Right, so that goes on to here. I suppose I could have put some sparkle on him as well, but just trying to keep it simple. There we go. So he will go on there. So let's just wipe this away, the glue anyway. Put that to the side because I don't need that at the minute. Now, what I want to do is make this wiggle. So before I do that, I want to put a little bit of red onto his nose. So I've got some of the red left I cut the star out with. So I'm thinking if I just chop a piece off, and we can make him have a foiled nose as well. I'm just chopping a little bit off there. And we can just pop that behind here, like that, just here, that's fine. And then that just gives him his nose. That's just, I think, a wee bit of glue that's on there. Yep, that's fine. And I think just before I pop him on, I'm going to just put his eyes in. He's got his wee eyes there. Silver. There's a wee bit of his nose. And there's a sort of few bits there. Probably should have used the gold one actually. Got a gold pen as well. If it'll allow me to, if it's going to work, because yeah, that's better. So gold eyes, do bits in his ears there, and that just makes his face stand out instead of there being nothing kind of there. Just a bit on here just to accentuate that a bit. There we go. So to get this on, I believe what I need to do is just take, I don't know if, is it taking, having not done this before, it probably is this, there's a sticky bit. I'm not very good at taking sticky bits off because I'm rubbish with stickers, but I see there's a wee bit, that's it, it's coming now. It's coming, it did. It's coming, I can see that bit there. I think that bit comes off and it's sticky underneath. It should be anyway, I would have thought. Come on, there we go. So yeah, so this bit and then that bit must stick onto him, this other sticky bit at the top here. Yep, so just bear with me as I pull that bit off. So this bit will go onto him at the back, like that. Once I stop sticking myself to it. And then this one will just go on there. And he'll wobble about like that. Oh my. Let's see, have I got something? Let's see, let's just add wintry wishes to this. So have I got a piece of, yes I do, have a piece of stuff here which I can use. Quick block, what time are we at now? I don't know, I can't quite see. So I am just going to do it in, I have some nice gold metallic ink which I've actually had for yolk, so I think just in keeping with all the colours I'm going to use that. And I'm going to, where am I going to put it? So let's just do it on this piece of scrap. Didn't come out that great, but never mind. So I'm just going to cut that as straight as I can. And it's not very straight, is it? And pop that on just there, I think. Yeah, so just a little bit glue on the middle. Like that, just in there. Okay, so that's my bear. Not very well coloured in, I'm not quite as happy as it should be, but that's card 1. So the next card I'm going to do is, just let's get this back in its, oh jings, back in its upside down position. So that's card 1. Now I know how to use the wigglers. So this one, I just really want to do a cascade straight onto the card. I'm not going to do anything too fancy, I don't think. Now, I mean, I could, just removing that, I could do some splatting with, so I'm going to use, I could use the matte side, but I'm going to, for this one, I'm going to use the foil side, but for some of the others, I'm going to use the matte side. So I'm just going to pop this over and I'm going to get this back just to keep my, so hopefully there's some in here because I've got another one I think, but I thought there was still some. You obviously won't be able to see that. I don't think there is. I think that one's done. I've got another one in here, which I'll just get out. So these are Glitter Gloss Aqua Shimmer from Nuvo. So I got these ages ago, and what you do is there's a yellow bit here, or bright lit yellow line. Take that off and then reattach this back to the brush part of your pen, and then pull this top off. There's a bit where it says press, so if you give that a press there, it starts to come out. So let's just hit this off. So it's just to give a hint of shimmer in the background, which fits well, and this will dry really quickly, so that's good. I also do have a little bit. I could maybe put some of this onto the back. Let's see if this will work. Sometimes if you flick this onto, maybe it's better, it's actually probably better with a brush end, but you can see there's a few wee drops of that coming off as well, just because we're using red. It's quite nice just to have that in the background as well, although you might not see it that much. But it's nice to just have a wee bit texture, extra texture. So that's that. Now I'm just going to dry that very quickly and then I'll come back. Right, so I've done that. So you can just see it's got a bit of shimmer in it and there's a bit of red alcohol paint. So I'm just going to basically just come down in a wee kind of, what did I say I called it? A wee, it's not flutter, it's a wee cascade, I can't think of the word, of stars. And I've got this at 10-fold now, so I'm going to start with that one at the very top, just there, like that. And then these are all the other ones that have been cut out. So I'm going to use this matte side of this one. I'm just going to kind of place some in just a design, not any particular design really, just a design of colour and something that just pleases the eye really. It's kind of my way of thinking of doing it. Let's put a small one if I can get it. So I'm going to do that one there. And I'll do one up here as well. Oh. Let's get a block just to hold that down. Now there is some really tiny ones like this one. This is Toti, but that's quite good to have as well. Toti, that might be, I don't know if that's a Scottish word or an English word, I'm not sure, or it's just a slang. It's obviously just a slang, isn't it? It's not really a word, I don't think, Toti. I suppose it is because it's describing something that is very small, isn't it? Who knows? Whoever knows? That there. Let's get another smaller. There's a Toti one again. Where is it? Right, let's just get that with the tweezers. Two. Here. So these papers really do look nice, don't they? So, you know, you don't have to use them straight as they were. Just kind of use them in different ways, really. That one, yeah, that's a nice one actually. Let's get that on the foiled side. let's get a smaller one. Where did it go? So small. What I'll do there is I'll just put a wee drop and we'll drop that on top there. Oh, maybe. Come on. Come on, you little toty thing. There we go. What's that looking like? I think that looks nice, and I don't want to overly do it, but I'll just put a few wee ones on just to finish off, because I think I'll put wee sentiment on that side. There's one. Let's put that there. And one maybe there. Yeah, let's use the matte side. One just kind of there. And have I got a tiny one? No, just got a bigger one. Maybe I'll use this one here, and then I could put one down there as well. Oh, I thought I wouldn't use them all, but I think I am going to end up using them all, but that's fine. Oh. And let's just put, I could put one up there, perhaps. And you just sort of kind of there. And then this last one, I said I wasn't going to use it, but so I either put it up here, maybe up there. Okay. Just up that very top bit there, and then I'm going to add sentiment. So let's find something. We could just have Merry Christmas actually. That might be quite nice. Merry Christmas, and I'm going to do it with, I think just with, where is it? I had it yesterday. Oh, sorry, I've just bashed the camera. I'm going to use Tulip Red, Versifying Clear ink. And I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm just going to pop that on straight onto the card, just there, like that. There we go, and that is really nice. I think that's lovely. Hope you'll agree. So that's card number 2. Wobbler. I've still got this card to do. Trying to see what I'm at time wise. So I've got a base card. Oh, I missed a star. Look. Maybe I could put that on with the beer or something. Don't know. Let's see. Anyway, I've got a base card of craft card, which is measuring at 5 3/4 squared. Okay. And then I've got a piece of another piece of the paper from that pad, which is the, it always makes me think of Nordic Christmas because of these, because a lot of, I don't know, just I think probably there is. So you could just have that as is, but what I thought I would do, just to be different, because I like different, is to cut this into a few pieces. So I'm going to cut it here at this line, this dotted line. So I've got that piece, and then I want the Merry Christmas in the middle. So I'm just going to cut that piece off. I will use that, I'm sure, for something else. I'm going to cut this just to that line just there. So lining that up with the track, I'm just cutting that out because I want that piece, and then I'm going to just turn it round and cut just on that other, just below these crosses. So putting that into the track, and just, I will use these, I'm sure, something else. And yeah, so I've got these 3 pieces. And I've got this, and I'm not going to do a layer, and I'm going to use the foiled side as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that there, pop that in the middle, kind of, pop that there, and I'm going to quickly colour in these bows and then pop them in the centre. So we'll just quickly put this on, then I'll speed it up to colour, and then we can finish. So there we go, I think that's okay. Put this one at the bottom just so that I can then kind of gauge where I'm going to put the middle bit of card paper. So just kind of measuring that up roughly the same, over slightly. Then I'm going to pop this into the middle, and hopefully that's the same kind of width between. It looks like it is to me, so probably, let me just, yeah, I mean, I could leave it like that and have it like that, but what I thought, I'd colour these in quickly, and that will also stamp out a message. So I'll speed you up again to do this, and then I'll come back with the finished ones. So I've did that even, and I've doubled it up, and I've put some white on the berries. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it to the card, and I am going to use some foam tape, and then that will be me done. So hopefully the video isn't too long. So we'll just turn this over, put one bit in the middle, and put a couple of tiny wee bits onto the, probably the end one. I won't put it on all of them because it will take too long, and I just put it onto that end one on each end. I think I don't need any more, and just pop that onto here. Hopefully I can get it off, and yeah, then I'll be done. I'm not quite happy with the colouring of my polar bear. What I think I should have done was maybe not heat embossed it. I could have heat embossed it actually. Was popped it through the snowy Christmas embossing folder, and that would have actually made it stand out a little bit more. But it is what it is. So it'll just have to stay like that, right? So I'm just going to pop that there. Basically, I think that's the middle. Oh, that's come off, not good. Can easily stick that on though. Go, and I'll just stick that back on to the end piece, just there, roughly. Yeah, that should work. And then I'm just going to pop a couple of gems really quickly as well on. So Kim did give me some lovely gems in a box, so I'm thinking I might try and add some of these just quickly. lovely. I hope you're still with me. Yes, she did. She did give me some lovely wee things in here. I mean, I could even put the wee gingerbread on that, which might be quite nice. Let's just put the wee gingerbread man because it's cute onto that side, just in between. And obviously that will need to dry. That will take a wee while to dry. Got these gorgeous, lovely beads she's given me. Not beads, they're gems, but they're not got sticky backs. So there's one or two maybe here I would use. There's a few of them blue, so probably we use the blue ones. Let's see if we can get a couple that are kind of more red-ish. That one's a kind of pink colour. I'm going to just pop that into the middle of here, and it's not too big either. So that's my card, that card finished. And then we've got the bear card, which I said I'm not that keen on the colouring, but I don't know if there's anything I can stick on there with this box. I might be able to do a few wee bits with this. I've got a couple of these ones, which, oh, putties. Come on, putty, here you come. So I could maybe put a few onto here, not too many. Oh, putty's running out, I think, on these. One there. And another one. I like to have 3 or 4. I think I'll just do 4. It's usually an odd number you would do, but it looks fine with that. So that's card number 2 with the wobbler. And this is a star card. So I don't think there's anything in here. I know there's stars, but I don't really want to add them because they are not really what I want to use. So let's see, there should be a couple of something else down here. So I've got actually these as well. So I'm trying to use up all my stuff that I've have. So I'm going to put some there because I need to put glue on these. Maybe one in there, one there, one there. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, I've picked some out already. So let's use a couple of them. So these stick to my fingers because I've got glue on my finger. Come on, that's fine. One maybe there. Oh, come off. Right, let's get some red ones because I really want some of the red ones. That one. That one there. Oh, hope I'm still in camera view. This one as well. Let's put that. Not that one. Actually, let's get one of these tiddlers. This is a tiddler. Where is it? I've lost it now. On a huge piece of glue. I don't think I need that much glue. So let's pop that bit on there. And then these will stick down. It's just going to be extra push. And then that is my other card. So thanks so much for watching. If you bared with me, that's excellent. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And thanks to Kim for the lovely paper that she's given me for the swap. It really is nice, and I feel very blessed to have got such lovely products in my swap. So let's just pop these 3 together. Yeah, so that's in there, and that was the pad. Where's the pad? Paper, if you're interested. I don't know where Kim got this from, but does it say on the back? No, but if you're interested in that paper, I don't know, you could maybe look up Festive Feeling online, you might find it. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.